Subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and never miss an update from Latestly.
So, Shefali ma'am, Vipul sir, first of all, welcome to Latestly. And of course, this is about success, but more than that, what content and what beautiful performances.
Thank you.
Layered, intricate, and it is quite overwhelming to process all those sub arcs and subplots as well. But yes, as I said, thank you so much for giving us content as meaningful and as layered and as well researched as you have given us.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
So first up, what was it like to process it? All those characters, their intricacies, their intricate natures, their layers, both as a maker as well as an actor.
As a maker, you want to, we had thought about it in one way that, typically the OTT shows, digital shows, they deal with 4 or 5 characters and their stories. But because of the vastness of the subject, this needed, so many characters and so many stories. And we did not want to write any character without a backstory. We wanted to know today why they are like this. What happened, what made them what they are today. And so all the subplots are very important because they build the characters which build the story. So it was a very complex process of writing all this material. And I'm glad that, there were fears that, people, will they want to see so many tracks and so many characters within one story? That was also one of the fear. But we are very glad that people have really loved it. And in fact, the fact that we have made it so layered and so intricate actually is one of the biggest plus point of the show for audiences. And that's what is coming out in all their love and reaction. So that's a great feeling.
So you asked me about Dorina. One is she's indecipherable. She is very complicated. There was no instruction booklet with Dorina. I've never met or seen or heard of a person like this, and I don't intend meeting somebody like this. And she just became her own person. Yes, I studied the script very deeply. When I say study, is I read the script so many times that every time I read, there's something else that comes out of it. And the way she was written, had I played her that way, it would have been a safe home run. But after reading it a couple of times, I met the directors and I said, listen, I have a different approach to playing her. And they were very receptive about it. So there is this complicated mind, but when you see her, there is a very soft, fragile, vulnerable demeanor to her, the way she talks, the way she moves, her pace of talking. I mean, some people have actually asked that, did somebody else dub for you? But all of this goes into creating somebody like her. But at the same time, when the camera goes on, no matter how much work I do behind, when the camera goes on, I don't know what I do. I really don't. And here, Gauri started surprising me. My pursuit as an actor is to leave Shefali altogether and just become this person. And I think she led.
And of course, the topic, I mean, the timing of it is so right. We went through the pandemic, we're still going through it. And there were voices which were being heard that anti-vaccination voices, etc. And yours is a topic which could have been potentially controversial. So in that sense, how did you manage to strike that much needed balance where the story remains a story and at the same time, what is going on in the real world should not taint the narrative?
So, first and foremost, I started writing this script as a film many years back. It took me 3 years to write it and 28 drafts, and then we decided, film is not enough. 2 hours is not enough to tell the story. We need to move to digital, and then it took us another 3 years to bring this show out. So it was not designed to actually, release through the pandemic or whatever. But it just happened that way. And I believe that, we as society have matured now to differentiate information and misinformation. We are going there. So yes, it's a very important time. People must get vaccinated. People must make sure that everybody around them is vaccinated. But that doesn't mean that they should not know about possible manipulations that can happen within the vaccination drive, or what happens in the world of human drug trials. It's a very weird concept that you make medicines to save people and then you try it on them to know that they are working on. And in that process, if something goes wrong, there can be lives lost. So how many lives are okay to take to save lives? So that kind of dichotomy this subject presented. And I think that's the most amazing part of this subject. And I think people have been able to understand that we are not against vaccination. The show doesn't talk about anything which is against medical profession, but it is also true that medical profession is a noble profession, but it's not 100% white profession. There are bad apples in the profession. So this show talks about them. In a way, it educates them, makes them a little more aware. And I'm sure if people are going to take this show seriously, which seems like they are, then they will also do a little bit of research on their own before judging one way or the other. So I think because the research was so accurate and the show is very truthful, it has not yet met with any kind of controversy.
Given the research it required, given the layers it has, as a maker, did that exhaust you at any point in time?
The fact that you are attached to a subject for 5.5 to 6 years of your life can sometimes give you a feeling that, what am I doing? Is this the right thing to do? But for a change in this subject, I never felt that. I felt this is a subject that has to be told. And I must give credit to my writers for writing such a wonderful layered script. They worked relentlessly for 8 months to convert the film into a digital show. And they've done an amazing job. And that's why, so there was a research that I had done, and then there was new research that these writers did. So as a combined effort, there was so much research material available that everything became true. And because it's true, it's connecting with people.
My last question, Shefali ma'am, please tell us, what this project means to you, and when we are getting the success of it, of course, the residue of the previous performances always lingers. So what does it mean to you? Having been acted in films like, impressed us with Dil Dhadakne Do, right from Satya, and nowadays, in the recent past, Dil Dhadakne Do, your own directorial debut, Happy Birthday. So do the directorial instincts also kick in now when you perform?
Maybe I'm more aware of it now, but I also understand that finally it's the director's prerogative to make it the way he wants to. As an actor, I never hold back. I have a lot of discussions, I have a lot of questions, I have a lot of conversations. But it's always constructive because the more give and take there is between the creators and the actor, the more it kind of takes form. So as an actor, I never hold back. As a director, maybe on this set, I would probably tell Vipul that, would you want to try it like this? But again, like I said, it's the director's prerogative. I know it's their point of view. So it's not my business to tell them their job. They're very good at it. When I am directing, I will take over that entire responsibility, and that will be my right.
But still asking equal number of questions, perhaps.
Sorry?
And still asking equal number of questions, perhaps, even as a director.
Yes. But those questions are directed to me. So, there is a
mental war.
It's a mental war. You put a question, then you say, okay, this is the answer, but you're like, but this has a permutation, combination, etc., etc. But no, I don't let the director in me interfere with another director is making. I respect Vipul, I respect Moses. I knew what they were creating. I could see the kind of work that had gone into it. So I had no business to interfere there. But as an actor, they'll tell you, I'm just exhausting as an actor for any director.
Thank you for asking all those questions. As long as we get translated into beautiful performances as you're known to deliver. Thank you so much for talking to us, Vipul sir, as well as Shefali ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.